of the karmic baggage that one carries within oneself, which forms compulsive patterns within a human being, which though individual human beings many times consciously try to break these patterns, they are helplessly sucked into these patterns. You definitely would have seen in your life many times simple things, small habits, simple compulsions. I'm not even referring to the big ones. Many times with conscious effort you came out of it, 3 days out of it, and 4th day again back into it. You just came in through another door. If you, with great amount of willpower, if you stop it, it will find other kinds of forms. This is like you're driving on a slushy track. If there is slush and the track is deep, if you drive your car, you do what you want, it just keeps going. You have the steering pointed this way, but still the car keeps going this way. Haven't you experienced this any number of times with your life? You want to go this way, it just keeps going this way. Because the tracks are laid this way. You face this way, it doesn't matter, it just keeps taking you on. That is when you think somebody else must be controlling your life. Some other force must be controlling your life. No, it is just that certain patterns have been set. When different manifestations of karma begins to find expression, if you forcefully, by your willpower, trying to give up an established pattern within you, it will take on some other form. It once happened that a young woman was asked by an office colleague that he could give her a lift, that he could give her a ride home. She said, fine. And they got into the car, and as they were driving, they stopped in one place, and suddenly he became like an octopus. He had more than 4 limbs and it was all over her. And she pushed him away and said, what is this nonsense? I came with you thinking you're a decent fellow, what's your problem? He said, no, I quit smoking. You forcefully try to change certain patterns, it'll find some other kinds of expression. So it's very important that the foundations for your karmic structure, if they are loosened, this whole thing will collapse by itself and suddenly there's a new sense of freedom about you. If this has to happen, karma can be classified into 2 categories. One is traditionally referred to as sanchita, which is a whole warehouse of karma. Another is called as prarabdha, which is the retail karma, the allotted karma for this life. Because if the whole information, all that is there descends upon you in one lifetime, you will crack, you won't be able to handle it. So life is a little compassionate with you, it allots a certain volume of karma which has to be worked out now. So what is referred to as prarabdha is the allotted karma, which has its own patterns, which allocates. You need to understand, karma is neither a reward nor a punishment. It is… without it you cannot live, because without it you wouldn't know anything. It is only because of memory, you know these things. so many things, isn't it? Just imagine, suppose you sat in front of your dinner plate and you did not know whether to eat through the mouth or through the ears or through the eyes or which way. Suppose you did not know. Do you know what a struggle it would be just to find out every time which way to eat? Yes or no? I mean, that's a very rudimentary example. Just imagine every aspect of your life. So much is happening because of established patterns. You're enjoying it on one level. On another level, you're suffering it because it also limits your freedom. On one level, it is taking care of your self-preservation process. But what is self-preservation also happens to be a kind of imprisonment on a different level. Only when you look for freedom, bondage is a problem, isn't it? If you're okay with bondage, it's quite okay, actually it's quite safe. Isn't it so? Bondage is quite safe, actually. Freedom is dangerous. Freedom can be any number of things. Bondage is quite safe. Only when the idea of freedom blossoms in your mind, that is when the trouble begins. Till then, bondage is quite okay, isn't it? Isn't it so? So, karma is not always against you. Most of the time it's working for you.